Hello YouTube, this is REPTILES. And I just figured I'd show you guys this girl eating. The reason why, because she hasn't eaten since August. This is actually her third meal. She ate 2 times last week, and I'm really glad that she's still packing down food. I'm really happy to see that. The reason why I'm making this video, because one of my YouTubers also made a video saying my snake won't eat. And I figured, I might make it a video response, something like that. I figured, let me make a video towards that. The reason why I want to make a video towards that, because, as a snake owner, I also experience that as well. I'm pretty sure most of you as well experience that too. What I experienced was my spinal python went off feed for about 6 months. He was about 820 grams. He lost so much weight, he was about 622 grams. He was a rat eater, now he's a mouse eater. A few people ask me, they'll message me on YouTube, Facebook, and stuff like that, saying how to get my snake to eat, especially my ball python. And it depends, like, your snake gotta look interested first. If your snake's in the corner and it's like head is on ball and you're throwing a mouse in there, right in there, your snake might get hurt. You gotta be careful. You really gotta read your snake. Like me, I feel I'm pretty good doing that. Usually, I can tell when my snake's a little bit like moving his head around, or looking up towards it, or like looking like the tongue is more towards the mouse or the rat. And I can tell, the snake's either potential is gonna eat next week for me, or they eat for me this week. Example, my albino hasn't eaten for me for 3 weeks. Of course, when some albinos are in shed, you can't tell. I couldn't tell. That's fine. Tried feeding him the other day. He was interested, but didn't want it. So I'm like, you know what? He probably eat next week. What happens? He eat next week. Can't be worried. You shouldn't be worried that much. The snake that I just showed you guys eating, didn't eat since August, and that's a long time. That's a really long time, and he starts packing down food as well. So when it happens, just, don't run into a vet. You really don't need to run to the vet unless you see so much weight losing. I'm just gonna let you know, for experience, I've seen 200 grams drop in months. That's that was alright with me. But for example, guys, I'm gonna show you guys my spider and my bumblebee, because most of you guys should know my bumblebee I acquired a couple of months ago as a 75 gram hatchlet, and you guys know I had my spider over for 2 years almost. I'm gonna show you the size difference. They look like either the bumblebee's older or the same exact age almost. That's the bumblebee. That's my spider. And you can see this the size difference and the comparison and everything. The hell, missing a couple meals can get you looking like this. And eating only for a couple months can get you like this. This snake is about 150 grams heavier than this male. It is something, when your snake fasts, they become picky, and now he is just a mouse eater. My spider is just a mouse eater. Especially live too. He wouldn't even eat frozen door mice. So it kind of sucks. But I figured I think that's a good trick. I used that a lot. I had a couple people ask me, and they turn around the next day and say, "Oh, Atlanta, it worked." So if that happens, throw it in a live mouse. I guess mice scent a lot better. Not something. I think it's a lot stronger. I think it smells a lot stronger than mice anyway. I know people say use the AFS, but then again, where can you find them sometimes? And I have people say use gerbils, and gerbils are pretty expensive. So I think mice are the best option. But like I said, guys, if you open up your tub and your snake is just shooting out, and I'm not talking about shooting out like strike at you, but just shooting out, trying to come out every time, most likely that snake is not going to eat. Most likely that snake is not interested whatsoever. That's what I mean by reading your snake. The girl on the bottom, which I just showed you guys again, that was eating, she has what she used to do. She used to always jump out, right, curl out, shoot out, every time she had a chance to. And I just do. I'm not going to defrost the rat. I know she's not going to eat. I know when she's ready to eat. She's gonna sit back in a cage and this Bob. She's gonna be ready for meals and food when I, offer it. A day I seen her doing that when I opened up a tub, she was just sitting in the back on the heat pad, just, rocking her head back and forth. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna defrost her rat. Boom, she ate it. It took us since August, That's September, that's October, that's November, that's December, that's January, that's February, that's March, that's April. The end of April, that's 8 months, guys. And she finally ate. I was very worried with this male, with the spider. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was very worried. I hit up Brian Gundy a couple times, asking him a ton of stupid questions, but I guess that's what happens when you're a pet owner, that you love your animals and you worry. I was very worried. He was telling me a bunch of things to work. I'm not gonna say nothing, but pretty much everything he told me didn't work, but that's whatever, But when I drew out doing the mice, I'm like, let me throw in some mice. And he just went at it, So as long as he ate, that's great. Really glad. Alright guys, this is REPTILES. I hope if you have this problem, you understand that these ball pythons do it for a long time. And I had my spider, for example, go off feed for 6 months, and my normal for 8 months. And they both lost a significant amount of weight. My female on the bottom that I showed you ate, she was 1,700 grams when I got her. She's down to like maybe 1,400 grams now, just because I've been feeding her. But she went all the way down to at least 1,200 grams. So it shows that, they do lose a bunch of weight, but at least they're eating. Guys, as always, have a good one. Bye.